Hey guys, got something really important I want to tell you. I just think it's absolutely disgusting to use teddy bears as a way to get people to watch videos, and I just want to confirm that with a friend of mine. My friend here definitely agrees that using teddy bears to try and get more views is really bad. Anyway, I want to get to the main point of what I was trying to tell you. I just want to talk about my early experiences really in terms of this industry, and I also want to get to something which I've figured out. I do believe that I think I know what the secret is to making money online and finding success, but I'll come back to that later. But anyway, I basically want to talk about some of my history, and I wanted to see if I can help you at all, maybe to provide some insights for you. Basically, my experience really of getting involved in this industry, it really came out of the fact that I was living in a flat with my girlfriend, and cash flow and everything was pretty much a nightmare. And I went from having like £2,000 worth of savings, and basically that just disappearing, and pretty quick. I think that disappeared, over a 2.5 year period. But I couldn't believe it. I thought we all set up and we were renting for a start. Anyway, so cut a long story short, that relationship ended, and I found myself in a position where I realised that that having a linear income, having the just depending on the job that I had for money, was just not going to work out, because I had an IT job. I had a relatively well paid job. It was in the corporate world. I thought I was secure and all this kind of thing. And then on top of that, I don't know whether you guys out there can relate, but I was constantly under the threat of redundancy. I think it's just like every year, that they were saying, that they had to, cut down their costs and downsize and all that kind of stuff. I think all of you have heard it before, and it's just, it doesn't exactly make you feel good. So, I've kind of like, I had financial problems. I was constantly under the threat of redundancy. I actually tried doing surveys. Now, I don't know whether you guys have ever tried doing surveys before. But I tell you something, it is incredibly boring. I signed up for a load of surveys, and I was working my way through them, and I was going, yep. And I couldn't take it anymore. I don't know I can't remember how much money I made with doing surveys, but I realised this because the only reason I started doing surveys is because I typed into my computer, how can I make more money? And so I did that and tried doing surveys, and I quickly realised that this is not going to work. And then I looked at the thing, and it was like make money online, and the first guy I ran into, I'm not going to say his name, but I bought his product and started working my way through it. And it was all kind of like, I think it was the time that Google were going through, they were going through a lot of changes and everything. So what was going on is that the SEO tactics, for example, that were being recommended on this course that I did, obviously weren't as effective as they would have been. Obviously they would have been effective at the time probably the course was done, but by the time I came into contact with that kind of training, it just didn't work anymore. So, imagine me, I've been creating all these sites. I've got a background in IT, and I thought, this is fine. So I made the mistake of going out and buying a load of books like on HTML and cascading style sheets, all that kind of stuff, and built my own kind of site for some music I was doing, static, HTML, all that kind of stuff. And then I discovered WordPress. And I realised I was wasting my time with all these other books, so it was fine. I could do WordPress sites I can throw up in no time at all, so it's fine. But so I started doing all these dodgy, horrible WordPress sites and doing backlinking to them, and and I was getting traffic. I did pretty well. I think I could actually get the sites to rank on page 1, but I didn't know how to get the sites to convert. And I think it was around about that time that I discovered my first business opportunity, which was basically network marketing. And by this time I was kind of getting really frustrated. I was getting a lot of people laughing at me with what I was doing, in terms of friends. What are you bothering that kind of thing? It doesn't work, And I wasn't getting results at that particular time. So to be honest with you, there was a lot of evidence to suggest that it didn't work. But anyway, so I joined my network marketing opportunity. I never forget this. I went to the very first event, and I arrived. This was halfway through the month. I arrived at Heathrow Airport because the seminar was in that area. I had £20 basically available to me. I had no other money. I was running late to get to the seminar, and I couldn't walk to the seminar because of the layout. So I spent my last £13 to get to the seminar by this taxi. I didn't know where the hotel was, so it wasn't a case of me just jumping on a bus. I blew £13 on a cab, and I spent £6 or whatever, £6.50 or whatever it was on food for that day, and that was it. And to top it all off, when I came back, I got on the wrong bus. I thought I was going to be in trouble, but everything was okay in the end. So I did that seminar. It was interesting. It opened my mind up to a lot of things. It was some of the training there was pretty good. I think mainly what it was, it just opened my mind up, but to what was possible, and obviously saw what the up-to-date kind of training was and all that kind of thing. The downside though is that I don't know whether you've seen any of my other videos, and I talk about doing your due diligence and kind of getting an idea of what's selling in the marketplace and all that kind of thing. I didn't really know a lot about that at the time, so I joined this business opportunity which really wasn't converting the way I would have liked. I mean, the amount of solo ads that I put through solo ads that I bought and put that thing through, was quite a few, and it just wasn't converting. And then the opportunity that I'm with at the moment, I mean, I'd only done a few blog posts, and I had a link on my main blog, and I was looking at my emails one day, and I saw, oh, you've got a referral, and I thought, I didn't do anything to get that referral. Wow. So that kind of put me in the position I am now, and I recently went to the seminar for that particular business opportunity, and wow. That was phenomenal, and it was amazing to be in a room full of like-minded people as well, and the sheer number of people. I mean, there's only I think it was over 5,000 people, So, and it really got me thinking, and I think one of the key things that I recommend to you when you're looking out for your business opportunity, I think I mentioned this before, is that if you the first thing to look out for is the business opportunity providing any kind of value to you, all right? So, skills or that kind of thing. If it's teaching you how to, teaching you systems. For example, there are other opportunities out there for weight loss and health and fitness, all that kind of stuff. So, these are value-driven opportunities, But if you've got a business opportunity, I mean, Zeek Rewards is probably a good example. I mean, they're not really around anymore, so it doesn't really matter if I quote them. If you're putting your money into something and you're not actually getting a skill from putting money into it, you haven't got a skill that you can take other places, you're not actually seeing your genuine real value, I would stay away from that thing. Seriously, really stay away from it. I'm very, very happy with what I'm in at the moment, and unfortunately I am in something at the moment I would consider a Ponzi, but I'm not going to tell you what that is, but maybe you can PM me and I'll tell you. But beyond that, I know that I've made the wrong decision, and that's how I feel I'm qualified to be able to tell you that. Right, at the beginning of this video, I said to you that I was going to reveal to you what the real secret to making money online is. Now, what I'm going to do, maybe I might have misled you a bit, but I need you to click on the link below, and I promise you that that link below is going to take you somewhere which will reveal to you the secret to making money online. And when you first see it, you're probably going to be thinking, what am I talking about? But you will figure it out, and you will see the real secret to making money online. Anyway, thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.